All right, welcome guys. Whoa, 7 likes. hello. Hi guys. Hi Adriana. Hello, welcome. All right, slow the music down a little bit more. Okay, I think my audio is working perfectly fine. Okay. Hello guys. Oh, hello guys. Hello. Welcome. Come on in. Get situated here. Welcome to Tuesday's live stream. Hello guys. Oh, I see you guys' reactions. Thank you. Great evening to you all. So, if you guys have not yet read the title of the stream and just read the description box down below as well, we're going to be specifically going over, first of all, Hood, right, Robinhood, and 2 other swing trade ideas from this week's CFO Swinger Watch Report. That's right, I'm going to show you guys the exact report from this week, and I'm going to give you guys a little inside look to the private CFO Discord and show you guys all our other wins as well. So make sure you guys stay for the rest of the stream to catch a glimpse of that. All right. So first off, let's go over UPST. Okay. So if you guys have not looked at the recent video that was uploaded in the channel, make sure you guys watch that after the stream here. It's also provided as a link down below in the description box, so make sure you guys take a look at that. But let's first go over this week's CFO Swinger Watch Report. So there's a completely new look to this, to the report, if you guys haven't noticed yet. But I'm going to skip through all the other very important stuff, but I want to give you guys this right here. So this is the technical setups section, and this is where we had that first swing trade idea for this week, which was UPST, or Upstart Holdings Incorporated. And so essentially what we're looking for was a long entry over 41.55, which is essentially a break over this nice daily wedge that you guys can clearly see here on the right side. And you guys can take a look at the progression of the chart from Sunday to now. It's a very good side-by-side view. And also, oops, let me slow down with my scrolling there. It's kind of sensitive here. Oh, let me use the slider. So this is the daily time frame for UPST. Now, if I go on the daily time frame for UPST here on the actual chart, right, we began to slowly break out from this wedge chart pattern, and we're fortunately able to grab an entry point over 41.55. And specifically, I talked about option contracts that we can possibly get for this ticker, or the swing trade idea, 42.50 October 18th, or 45 strike call contracts for the October 18th expiration date. And so what ended up happening was, here's my private CFO Discord chat room. So this is the CFO Pro Traders, where I send all the trade ideas, specifically trades that are going to be executed, preferably, ideally, right? But here it is, right? So we decided to get, well, I personally got the 42.50 strike call contract that expires on October 18th, and I was filled in at $1.73 per contract. And so this one ended up being hitting around, I believe, like 55% at highs today, and for me it closed at 40% since I'm still swinging it, right? I mean, there's no reason to really sell here yet, because if you take a look at the actual report here, we have a profit target of $44, right? It's a perfect and most realistic target for a potential breakout to the upside from the wedge chart pattern. So basically, all right, we don't know if a short squeeze is going to happen, right? So UPST has currently a 30% short float interest percentage right now, right? And that's usually an indication that this is going to be a ticker that has a lot of room for a potential short squeeze in the near-term future. But then again, there's a reason why it has such a high short float or short interest percentage, right? Because, well, people don't like this company overall, right? And they want to make sure that the share price continues to stay down. And so UPST, for us, it's a simple profit target of $44. I mean, this is a very, very realistic target here if we don't squeeze, and there's a good chance that it doesn't squeeze at all, short squeeze at all. And so this $44 level will be a perfect area to get out completely, or at least take out 75% of the position. And on top of that, it will be a nice 1 to 3, well, almost a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio trade here for us for UPST. Okay, so this one doing extremely well. I highly recommend you guys to take a look at the video that was uploaded on Monday, right? So you guys, if you guys didn't know, I always upload the CFO Swinger Watch Report reports technical analysis video, which was private, and then I make it public on Monday, so that you guys can get a look at what we're looking at on Sunday night and see what you guys may or may not have missed in the report from Sunday night. So make sure you guys take a look down below as the very first link in the description box, so take a look at that, right? So that's UPST now. Obviously this is still looking very good. The volume has been increasing since last Friday's amazing hammer candlestick inside this wedge chart pattern. I loved how we attempted to break out yesterday, but then we came back down to retest the 41.50 resistance level, the horizontal level. And today we ended up closing over both of the wedge resistance trend line here and the 41.50 horizontal resistance level as well. So overall, looking very good. I wouldn't be surprised if we are able to get out tomorrow once it hits $44. Now, here is the big one here, CART, right? Instacart, right? C-A-R-T. So let me show you guys the report again. Okay, so this is the second swing trade idea from this week's CFO Swinger Watch Report. So this is Instacart or Maple Bear Inc. That's the parent company's name. But CART here, okay, we're looking for a very simple entry point over $41.10. This will ensure that the price is over this momentum bull flag that we're starting to form here. Or if you guys want to take a look at it from this way, a very nice cup and handle, right? But at the same time, this rounding bottom is also simultaneously a double bottom as well, which I've highlighted here using my orange arrows, and you guys can clearly see it over here as well. And so for this one, I got it an equity position here instead of rather than using option contracts. But option contracts would have worked perfectly, right? Because I've first recommended the 40 strike call contract that expires on October 18th, which is basically at the money or in the money based on Friday's closing price. And so if that was too close of an expiration date for some, if that was too risky, then I also recommended the more out the money 45 strike call contract that expires on January 17th of next year. And guess what? It wouldn't have mattered if you guys chose this contract or this one, because, well, if we take a look at the current price, that $40 strike call contract is obviously deep in the money now, right? It's DITM. And the 45 strike call contract that expires next year is nearly at the money. It's getting very, very close. It's literally $1 away from being at the money. And so there's a lot of time left on that specific next year expiration contract. And so far the price has been working in very much in favor for us, obviously. And so this is a very good breakout, right? I mean, on the weekly time frame, it also caught my eye here. I haven't wrote it in the report itself. All right, so this is on page 10 here, right? So this is the weekly time frame, and I noticed a very nice high and tight flag, a bull flag or bull pennant if you guys want to be more specific. Again, doesn't matter, those two names are synonymous. But we had two back-to-back consecutive inside weekly candlesticks. Hey, what's up, guys? Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button down below. Hello, guys. Hello. And so excuse me, guys, let me drink some water. And so this weekly time frame is initially what really caught my eye here. And thankfully, we do a little side by side here. I mean, absolutely an amazing break to the upside. I mean, right? This is just a picture perfect textbook breakout from a nice weekly bullish pennant or bullish flag, right? A bull flag. All right, so that's kind of it for the swing trade ideas that have been working very well so early on into the week. I mean, we're already 2 for 2 on this week's CFO Swinger Watch Report. And so if you guys want to take a look at this, make sure you guys become a reader tonight. All you guys need to do is DM me on Instagram at ChartsFocus1. Again, my handle is at ChartsFocus1 for all of my social media platforms that I'm on. And so if you guys want to DM me on Instagram, make sure you guys DM me. I'll be giving you guys a 50% off discount code for your first 30 days. And so once you guys become a member, a reader, you guys will be able to read all of this. Okay? So with that being said, now a very quick rundown of this week's CFO Swinger Watch Report and the current trade ideas that have worked out, well, really well for us. You know, let's take a look at Hood here. The main topic for tonight, Robinhood. So let me first go over Hood here on the weekly time frame first, actually. So this one has been on my radar, right? Why? Well, because after you know, this horrific move down on Hood back in July and August, right between the transition of July to August, we saw that August weakness as well. This one pivoted quite well at its weekly 50 SMA. I took notice of this on Hood because I expected this one to continue to move lower, but instead it continued to trudge up higher and, you know, ever so slowly with lower volume, and surprisingly it continued to come right back and recovered all the losses that it made after that move down and that major rejection move down in mid to late July. And so what occurred, what basically happened here is that after that 100% recovery from its losses from July to early August, we saw the price coming back up to retest that previous resistance level sitting at $24, or specifically $24.10. And I saw this last week, this bull flag last week, during the week, right? I think I specifically saw it on I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday, right? So, well, yeah, it was on Thursday, okay? And so last Thursday was when I first saw this, and I was like, wow, this is a pretty constructive bull flag that's forming now after being able to completely, you know, take back all the losses that it formed here and eventually retest that previous resistance level at $24. And then to me, this told me that this name has a lot of buyers left willing to uphold this current uptrend that we've been seeing ever since it broke out from this huge and very big macro flat base. And I mean, this base has been forming for nearly 2 years, almost 2 years, but it's a little year, I believe it's like a year and a half. And so very massive macro flat base from $8 to around $13. And eventually this base was able to break out in a very nice way, very textbook manner too, back in February. And ever since then, it's been nothing but higher highs and higher lows. Okay, and so this is pretty much a textbook uptrend, and obviously there's a lot more work that needs to be done for this ticker. I mean, after IPO, right after making its all-time high as well, crazy move up higher, it absolutely got smacked back down right into new lows. And so I love the fact that we've had this kind of what we like to call an IPO price discovery, but in this case, I wouldn't say it's an IPO price discovery phase, since you know, it's been kind of a long time since its IPO, and just this waterfall price action to the downside before finding a solid foundation here. So for me, this is just a simple technical breakout from a massive macro base chart pattern. So you know, obviously, you know, if you guys did not get in here, you don't need to worry. This is still an uptrend. I mean, today, right now, we can segue into today. This breakout, backed up by this very big buying volume, clearly indicates to you that there are a lot of buyers left. I mean, just in the daily time frame here, guys. I mean, let me just use my pen here. Okay, right there. Okay, so take a look at this area for all the volume bars. Do you see how many large jumps in volume that we've had? It doesn't matter if it's red or green, buying or selling, right? Just notice the big volume bars. And all of this happened as the price continued to stick to the current 52-week highs here, right? So all this wild volatility and this wild action, we've continued to see some pretty good volume here. And obviously, there are a lot of large green volume bars that are saying that, hey, there's a lot of buyers still coming in as the price continues to move in a very volatile manner. But at the same time, even if it's in a volatile manner, the price is still sticking to its current 52-week high areas, and it wants to continue to consolidate. And that's exactly what we got for the past 3 weeks here, right? I believe this is 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, for the past 3 weeks, it came right back into that range from 22 to 24 that we saw back in, well, all of June and all of almost July. So all of June and early to mid July before we saw that nice waterfall move down. And so what we have here is, hey, what's up, guys? Hello, hello. More people coming in. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So you guys kind of missed the bulk of the first initial reviews that I've had for the CFO Swinger Watch Report on CART and on UPST. So if you guys want to take a look at that, you guys have to take a look and watch the replay of the stream, which will be automatically be uploaded after the stream is over, right? It's by default. So you guys don't have to worry about whether or not the stream replay will be up or not, right? It'll be uploaded by default by YouTube. Okay, so so what we have here again, very, very good action, an immediate move right back into that 2-point range between 22 and 24, and right after this move right back into this range for 3 weeks, it consolidated very tightly in between the upper range resistance level of 24 and lower range support level of 22. Now let's talk about today. So with all of that happening, okay, I created an alert last week for a price, for the price if it crosses over 24, or if the price is greater than 24.10, then I will take a look at this to see if it's about to break over this resistance level, and obviously this very nice daily bull flag that you guys see here going on, right? So that alert went off, but I think my notification came in a little bit late. However, I saw a lot of volume coming in on the 15-minute time frame when I was looking for an entry point after that, well, after I saw that alert quite late. And so what ended up happening was that I specifically decided to get this contract right over here. Okay, so this is my private CFO Discord again. So at 6:46 a.m., I said, okay, let's take a look at Hood and take a look at executing this high-risk swing trade using the 26 strike call contracts that expire on October 18th. Now, even before this, okay, last week I saw some flow coming in, and even earlier this week, so yesterday, and specifically I was looking at the 25 strike call contract that was coming in, and specifically, let me actually get this right, that the 25 strike call contract for Hood, I believe, had like 10,000. It was over 10,000 in OI. Okay, or let me see. Okay, I think my options chain is loading up here. Just give it a sec. Oh. My apologies, guys. 24 strike call contract, not 25. That was what I was looking at this morning, but the 24 strike call contract had 10,431 contracts that were opened and still opened for this specific strike of $24. And so that kind of piqued my interest. And so what ended up happening today was that all the strikes on this specific expiration of October 18th lit up with volume, right? So obviously buying and selling, but the overall volume on this specific expiration date kind of made me wonder why. So, at that point, I was already late with that alert, so I just decided to get in as quickly as possible. So it's literally a minute after the first 15 minutes since the market opened. And so it continued to push up higher as it broke over $24. And so it's basically, I entered right here. If you go down to the 5-minute time frame, oops, let me do that. Okay, so here's a 5-minute time frame here. Okay, so right here, literally right here, right on this candlestick, right after this closed, I immediately entered because I saw continued volume coming in. I mean, if you take a look at the 5-minute, right after this 5-minute candlestick, after my entry point, when this candlestick began, we saw more and more volume coming in, and then eventually throughout the entire day, the entire early morning gains completely held, and eventually near as we headed very close to the last 2 hours of the day, we saw more volume coming in, and we continued to see higher highs and higher lows, and eventually on the intraday time frame we made that nice intraday bull flag. And so in hindsight, I obviously should have seen that alert a lot quicker, but at least I got at the lows of this specific candlestick right here, right, 6:45 on this 15-minute time frame. So you know, this one ended up being hitting a high of 90% by the end of the day. And you know, I think, let me see right now, yeah, it's at 87%, right? So pretty good move so far today, just from hitting the highs today from my entry point from like 24.45ish. Right, that's where I would say the underlying share price was at when my position was filled. But here's the thing, does Robinhood have more strength to run? From a technical perspective, yes. Why? Well, I mean, just take a look at the price action today. This is a very, very bullish candlestick. It's nearly what we like to call a full bullish candlestick, where we have the opening and the lows nearly the same, and then the high and the close nearly the same as well. But obviously, we had a very tiny pullback near the close in the last like 5 minutes. But overall, the high was $25.80 and the close was $25.61. Okay, so not much of a big difference there. It's only 19 cents off. So ideally, obviously, I would have loved to see the closing price at the highs. Hey, what's up, guys? Hello, welcome in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button down below. So, you know, yeah, with Hood here, it would have been ideal, obviously, for that close at highs. But then again, very good textbook breakout, over $24. Obviously, this recovery was absolutely crazy and very, very bullish. And the fact that we had this volume today mattered, right? Not just the volume that we saw on the options chain on that specific October 18th expiration date, but on the actual price action as well. So this entire breakout was a great breakout that was backed up by immense amount of buying volume. I mean, this is what is it? Nearly quadruple the average daily volume today. Right, so you know, this is a very good breakout. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a nice red to green day tomorrow as we push over today's high of $25.80 and possibly have our contracts become at the money and in the money. Again, we took the 26 strike call contract that expires on October 18th. Now, those specific strikes aren't the only ones that were being lit up. There are further out the money contracts that I continue to see immense amount of buying and increased trading activity, and including some IV spikes on the far out the money contracts as well. I believe like the 27, 28, and even the 30 strike call contracts as well. And so obviously there isn't too much time left on these contracts. However, there is one specific catalyst coming up for Robinhood, and that's specifically the Robinhood Summit, the Investor Summit, right? So I believe the CEO himself, Vlad, right? Let me see. Let me actually make sure I get this right. Okay. So it's called the Hood Summit. So they're going to be showing the new trading products that they're going to be introducing, I guess, in the next couple of months, or rolling out into next year, maybe. Who knows? But that's just my feeling. On that day, October 16th. So that is that day, October 16th. And guess what? That is 2 days before the expiration date of the October 18th contracts, right? And so basically, the CEO, Vlad, I don't know how to say his last name, Vlad Tenev, I think, Vlad Tenev, will be holding this summit for this year, this conference from October 16th through 18th. And so I wouldn't be surprised if people have begun to, today, using this breakout as a way to position themselves to be ready for that eventual hype leading into next week's this Hood Summit conference from October 16th through 18th, and eventually they'll sell by next week as a sell the news event. Again, buy the rumor, sell the news event is usually kind of the way things go here, right? So it comes at a very, very good time, a very nice technical breakout that obviously there's a reason behind this technical breakout. It seems like most investors and traders are gearing up for this potential hype leading into the Hood Summit of 2024. Okay, so basically again, this Hood Summit is gonna feature the CEO himself, right? Vlad Tenev, I think is his last name, Vlad Tenev, with just a simple keynote and just giving us all a look as to what they've been doing, what the company has been doing, I believe, and some new trading products that they'll be introducing into the broker, right? So it should be pretty interesting, guys. This is some very good activity just on the underlying price alone, the underlying price action, including the volume. So it wasn't just the options contracts that we're seeing a bunch of volume coming up, volume increasing on all of these strikes on that specific October 18th expiration date, but on the actual equity side alone as well. I saw a lot of immense buying coming in, which is the reason why on that 15-minute time frame we held the entire morning's gains and created this very nice 15-minute intraday bull flag that ended up with higher highs and higher lows as we head closer and closer to the closing of today. Does that make sense, guys? And so, to be honest, based on this breakout alone, I don't think well, for you guys, for all the people who aren't readers or members of the CFO Swinger Watch Report and the private CFO Discord, I don't think you guys are late at all, right? I mean, yes, we got an earlier entry point, obviously. It was an ideal one, but we did get the entry point today at 6:46 a.m. At the 26 strike call contract that expires on October 18th. And so, there was a lot of IV jumps as well, so just be careful. These premium jumps due to IV can come back down hard, but I can see that there's a lot of out the money strikes here on the October 18th expiration date has a lot of volume, including that 30 strike call contract. I mean, that's way far out there, but it has 9,940 contracts in the open interest, and there was about 2,406 contracts traded today in the volume. So, I mean, that's a good amount. Right? It's a pretty liquid amount that allowed this Hood share price to continue to move on up higher, right? And eventually it closed at highs today as well, with a very nice bullish daily candlestick that broke over the $24 strike, the 24 resistance trend line here, right? This whole number resistance level. Okay, so again, let me actually look this up here. There it is. Yeah, so they have this keynote, the Hood Summit 2024, right? So this is going to be pretty interesting. And again, I truly think that everyone is just leveraging into a position here for the potential hype leading into the summit. And maybe the CEO has been hyping up a lot of their future products that they may be showing in next week's summit here, this conference. I'll be specifically listening to his keynote of exclusive product announcements you don't want to miss. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to be giving announcements about their, well, quote unquote innovative technology designed for the next generation of active traders. It says it right there on their website. So this should be pretty fun. All right, so that's kind of the reason why we got into Hood today. Again, it all came to my alert from last week, and the fact that I took a look at this last week because of how nice it was looking. This very, very very good recovery from the lows in August, and obviously 100% recovery back to the highs at $24 here, this resistance level, and it continued to stick around the same range from $22 and $24 and made this very nice daily bull flag, which eventually led into today's very volume-filled breakout. All right, again, the daily volume today was nearly quadruple the average daily volume, and today's volume alone has created a slight uptick in the average daily volume. So this is pretty significant, okay? And I wouldn't be surprised if we're able to hit 27 and 28 by the end of this week, as long as we continue to see more trading volume coming in, more liquidity, and all of these option strike call contracts on the October 18th expiration date, just like our contract here with the $26 strike call contract for the October 18th expiration date. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, so realistically though, if you take a look at the monthly time frame, right, there is a lot of overhead supply on Hood. So it's going to take a lot more than just volume alone to convince more people to come back into this name and possibly head back to the IPO lows of $33 and 50-ish cents. I mean, this is a very speculative target that I'm just giving you guys right now. Don't take this seriously. I mean, it's gonna be, well, the company needs to do a lot to convince people to come back in to make sure that the company's share price is at a good, valuable share price that's not overpriced or underpriced as well. So, if the company's able to do a lot of things in the future, I don't know what they're gonna do, but maybe they'll give us a little insight into next week's summit that will be, again, held from October 16th to October 18th. Maybe they can provide more logical reasoning to have the share price back to the IPO lows here of $32.50. Who knows? Right, this is all speculation for me at this point, but it would be nice to see the price in the longer term, maybe 6 months down the line, or just maybe into the end of next year, to see Robinhood back to $33.50. Right? I mean, this is sort of percentage-wise, guys. Let me give you guys a visual here. All right. Oh, my ruler is not working. Let me just click on that. All right, this is a over 30% move. That's a big move, right? So, Hood alone here has a lot of that explosive look to it. Obviously, today was an explosive breakout. So hopefully you guys are able to get in with us at a preferable entry point. Tomorrow, if you do get a nice red to green entry point, I would highly recommend you guys to execute a position once the price is able to break over 25.80, which is today's high of the day. And why is that? Well, you guys want to wait for that confirmation, right? Always. So if you want the confirmation that the price wants to continue to move up higher because buyers are still present, you want to make sure that the price is breaking over the previous high today. So again, over $25.80, and grab an entry point around $26, which is the next whole number level that you guys want to be taking a look at. Okay, so hopefully that makes some sense. But yeah, for sure, definitely, guys, this breakout has to be the upcoming hype for this Robinhood summit. Okay, at this point, early in the morning, I didn't care why it was breaking out. I just had that alert, and I was like, okay, well, very nice high and tight bull flag here on the daily time frame. The weekly shows a very nice tight bull flag as well. 3 straight weeks of solid consolidation from the previous ranges of 22 to 24. And to me, I was like, wow, this is a very good technical breakout. I really don't want to miss this one on this breakout. So I had to get in very quickly. 15 minutes right after the 15 minutes of the market open was over. And that's the reason why I got in around 24 points, like what, 45, I think, right? And the lows of this 15-minute candlestick was 24.39, so around 646-ish. The price should have been around 24.45-ish. Okay, so that's kind of where the underlying share price was when I personally was filled on those specific option contracts. Okay, and again, which one was the contract that we got, guys? The 26 strike call contract that expired on October 18th at 0.46 cents per contract. Again, that's only $46 per contract, since every single contract you're basically owning 100 shares per contract. Okay. And again, guys, UPST, I talked about this earlier too. For anyone who's just joining in now, make sure you guys watch the replay of the stream where I specifically went over the 2 swing trade ideas from this week's CFO Swinger Watch Report. Again, if you guys want to take a look at that, make sure you guys become a reader tonight by just simply DMing me on Instagram at ChartsFocus1 on Instagram. Again, on Instagram. Okay, hopefully you guys remember that. But here it is, right? This is the newly updated and fresh look to the CFO Swinger Watch Report. This is volume 2 of that new update. Hopefully you guys are able to enjoy, well, if any of my current readers are here, hopefully you guys are enjoying this new update, but it takes a long time to edit this. But again, I really want to put in as much effort as possible. Already I do a lot of reading in the weekend, hours and hours of reading before I even begin typing up the CFO Swinger Watch Report. So this is something that I really am passionate about, and hopefully you guys can gain some value. Most importantly, not just valuable information, but applicable information that you guys can actually apply to your trading accounts, right? So again, we had the market summary here. I'm just gonna quickly go over this, right? Okay, you guys can maybe pause the replay to see what was said here, but again, you guys can always get these reports every single Sunday night. All right, I do hours and hours of research and reading, and another couple of hours to write all of this and edit all of this. So so hopefully you guys are able to, again, just get a lot of valuable and applicable information out of these reports every single week. Okay. All right. So that's it for tonight, guys. Hopefully you guys are able to see why I think that Robinhood can continue to go up higher, and why I think the buyers are fully back on Robinhood. I mean, again, who was responsible for this breakout? Buyers, right, for today. Again, the volume, the daily volume was nearly quadruple of the daily average volume. And the volume was so immense today, the buying volume, that it created a nice uptick on the average volume for the daily time frame. Does that make sense, guys? Hey, Ray. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Alright, so that is it for Tuesday's live stream. If you guys enjoyed what you guys heard tonight, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up down below. And if you guys are watching right now during the replay, make sure you guys hit that like button down below and comment down below and kind of give me a little bit of insight as to whether or not you guys took this trade or not. Okay, hopefully you guys are able to get in this one with us. Again, there's a lot of room left to the upside. There's still a lot of hype building up with this Hood Summit that will, again, begin from October 16th and will end on October 18th. Alright, I'll see you guys on Thursday at the same time at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys so much for always liking the streams, for always showing up and watching the streams. We are really growing exponentially here on this channel. So again, I feel like, you know, we really growing pretty quickly here. I mean, we were at 400 subscribers only like a week and a half ago, but we're already at 416 subscribers on this channel. So we're steadily growing, but exponentially. So let's continue to keep that up. I mean, I can't thank you guys enough for all the support that you guys show me on this channel with all the likes and the comments. So again, I truly thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for showing all the support that you guys can show through YouTube by liking and commenting and subscribing. So again, thank you guys so much. All right. Okay, so I'll see you guys on Thursday. Good luck tomorrow, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your night.